Hi Libra, welcome to your April 2023 Life Sector Tarot reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Libra, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, there is no astrology in these, so watch them for whichever one you feel resonates with you the most. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and plans for April of 2023, can you believe it's already April? I felt like January was like, it just zipped by, right? Because we were just waiting for the retrogrades to end. And since then, it's kind of like, I feel like I've blinked and like time has just literally sped up. It's crazy. So you have the Fool, right? Great energy. You have the Ace of Swords. Okay, nice. And you have the Page of Pentacles, right? So this is definitely, for a lot of you, it looks like this month you are initiating some kind of new contract. It is a potential as well. I mean, we've got the April full moon, which if you are so inclined, if you're watching this today when I put it out, you still have plenty of time. On the 31st of March, I will be going live to talk about the Libra full moon. It happens on the 6th of April. Can you believe it, right? So like we're whipping through this year already again. Now, the Fool card coupled with the Ace of Swords, that speaks to a brand new contract. This is not something that is already in your life. This is something new that is coming in for April, and it has something to do with your business, your work, potentially your finances as well. It could be a lucrative opportunity that sort of starts in April. Maybe this is where you sign the contract for it though. The thing is, whenever it's the Fool card, it's always something new, right? That being said, for a lot of you, this could be an interview in order to gain new skills, to gain new employment, or maybe for a select few of you, you're interviewing for the money that you need for a larger project, which I absolutely love. So for those of you that are trying to launch a side hustle or a new business even, this could be you having the contact with the people that are going to decide whether you can have that money or not. And I got to tell you, with this combination, it looks good. All right, for your career and communications, you have the Judgment card. Okay, so big changes coming in the career sector, without a doubt this month, right? You've got the Sun card. Whoa. All right, big beneficial blessings in the career sector with the Star. Holy moly, right? That is a triplet if ever I saw one, right? Judgment, huge changes coming to the career sector. The Sun card coupled with the Judgment card. This is big blessings when it comes to the career sector. And with the Star card here, this is potentially travel or international connections that come in. It's also connecting with somebody that is going to be a big part of your future. Now, here's where this gets really interesting. The tarot is being very tight-lipped about this because you've got the Fool card. New things, new places, new people, new energies, right? But there's no significator. There's no person here, right? Not even in the cards that are above it. Maybe some will come through in the ones that are underneath, but I kind of doubt it. So this is tarot being very tight-lipped about who you're meeting. It's just telling you that there is a career connection that is made this month that is going to potentially change the course of your world for the long term. And I don't say that lightly. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could be a big beneficial change or some news that you get about a work placement. Maybe for some of you this has an international slant, so you realize like, wow, I've got an opportunity to go and study abroad here. And I gotta tell you, with this combination of cards, if it comes up, take it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is really good news, because it looks like whatever work you're doing, whatever project you're working on, this is something that starts small but absolutely goes big and potentially goes for the long term. What I really love about it for you as well, there's a potential here that this is something that you do for the rest of your life. Now, interestingly enough, the Sun card coupled with the Star card actually speaks to astrology. So for those of you that are busy, in fact, across the board, right, whether you're employed, a student, retired, whatever the case might be, this does suggest that this is a great month for you to either get an astrological reading, to speak to an astrologer, to maybe get the inside track to understand certain things. Shameless plug, I'm going to put this in there. If you haven't had an Astro Mandala reading with me, you can get that on the link in the description box below. I will be putting the price for those up very shortly. They are really, I'm enjoying and loving doing them, and you know, from what I can tell, my clients are really enjoying the work through them as well. So if you want to get yours, get on that. It's a tarotic walk through your chart. It's very, very different to just reading your astrology chart. We go into a whole bunch of things, including looking at your personal myth. And for me, this is the really exciting part of this reading, because it kind of helps you discover why you're here, what you brought with you, right? What is the story that your soul is now here to kind of play the last part of out? Just and some of the stuff that's coming up is mind-blowing. Now, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, it may very well be that you are forging international connections that change the course of your business. So, you know, the world is becoming a much more global place anyway. You know, with the advent after the Panny D, right? Like everything is online, it's becoming more digital, all of that. You know, Pluto and Aquarius, it's all going that way. But this brings a much more international slant to what you're doing, which could be very, very exciting, and may or may not, for some of you, come up with some kind of travel. I also love this as well for potential invites from people that you work with or collaborate with, and say, look, we're going to fly you out. Are you interested in working on this, and this? For those of you that are retired and no longer working, if you're thinking about studying astrology, this is your time, this is your moment. Teachers that I would recommend, Adam Ellenbass, absolutely. The London School of Astrology, Frank Clifford, who, you know, both of these are astro parents of mine. Heather from Astrology with Heather, obviously, who has really expertly mixed modern and ancient astrology. She's kind of found a really nice niche spot in blending the two, which is something not a lot of people are doing at the moment. Who else? Austin Coppock. The dude's mind is just, yeah, he's brilliant, and I love the way that he makes you think about things in different ways. So if you're planning to study astrology, those are I would say those are my top four. You know, there are hundreds, thousands even, actually really good astrologers that you can learn from. If you're asking for my recommendations, those are the ones that I would personally go with and have. All right, for your love and relations, you've got the Four of Cups, right? So potentially looking at the relationship and maybe trying to clear some kind of emotional stagnancy here with the Wheel of Fortune, but it changes very quickly over the course of this month. Maybe this is, and then you've got the Three of Pentacles. So this month, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, you could be learning something about a significant other this month that really helps you understand maybe where you guys have been butting heads, or where the stagnancy has come from within the relationship. So you could be clearing the air, and maybe, just maybe, that travel or, you know, movement, or even, you know, when they say absence makes the heart grow fonder, maybe this is a part of what's happening there. What I love about this is you've got the Wheel of Fortune sat on the Sun. That is absolutely encouraging travel. You know, if you can travel with your significant other, a weekend break, a city break, cabin in the woods, all of that kind of stuff, this is a good time to do so. For those of you that are single and looking to mingle, this is going to blow away the cobwebs, honey. If you are interested in getting out there and you are single and free to mingle, this is the time, potentially in a learning environment. So if you are studying astrology, if you go into studying astrology and you think, you know what, this person's a little bit of all right, and they happen to be single too, that could absolutely happen for you. I feel for a lot of you that are single though, this will happen very much by surprise. It's a chance meeting, but potentially a fated meeting as well, you know, and I again, if you've been with me long enough, you know I don't say that lightly. For your money and materials, you have the King or the Knight of Cups, sorry. So a declaration of love with the Two of Pentacles, okay. So, and the Six of Pentacles. So you've got a solid offer here that comes in, a solid financial offer that comes in that is potentially here to stay. So whatever shows up for you over the course of, I want to say like the next week or so, I say over the course of the first week of the month, it's likely to be around for a good few months, right? So you're getting a boost to the income that comes in, but it's a boost to the income that stands, that lasts. For those of you that are going to ask for money for a business project, etc., the money that you need is absolutely available to you. You've got either a benefactor or a support system of some kind of that financial kind of energy. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is slightly different. It does suggest, because there's a few reasons for this. Maybe one day if you take my tarot course, you'll find out what they are. Another shameless plug, I know. I will stop now, I promise. But yeah, because you've got the Knight of Cups and you've also got the Six of Pentacles, I am going to say this month, if you have, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but if you have any challenges, they're likely to be hormonal. Check in with that, go to your your doctor, your therapist, etc., and ask them to check your levels. When it comes to your home and environment, for some of you this could be spending money on the home. It could just as easily be gifts that come into the home of a practical nature. So maybe a parent or a significant other, maybe a friend comes to you and says, look, you know, I know you've really needed this and you haven't purchased it, so I've bought it for you, which could be, you know, a really nice welcome gift. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.